see these all over the place. It was where farmers would store their alfalfa and their wheat. It always had to be in a big barn. Well, you don't see that anymore. You see it where it's rolled up in these huge rolls, and then when they ever need something for the cattle for the barnyard, they go get it and bring it from the field to the barnyard. Well, that's an old thing to do, and so you see these barns around, and some of them are they're kind of beautiful because they're so old, but there's still something important about them, even if it's to make them pretty, like you make your teeth pretty. So to us, experience really matters. And when we have worked with the calcium therapy, man, we go back 57 years of experience with these calcium materials. Well, just like there aren't a lot of barns around, there are a lot of things that have been here a long time, but you don't hardly notice them anymore. And calcium therapy is kind of like that. We've gone all over the world. Well, there are a lot of things like that. There are no buggies anymore, but you see them once in a while. And what happens is it gets to be a lot of rumor. So there's a lot of rumor around, like where do they put their grain? Where do the farmers, they don't need barns. What happened here? Rumors. Well, there's a rumor around that is really, I mean, it's laughable. The rumor is periodontal disease is incurable. No, periodontal disease is curable. There are factors that cause it, and we've gone over this before. 4 distinct areas that you end up with periodontal disease, and so it is curable, and that's what we work at every day. And there are times where we make a mistake here, but we even learn from our mistakes. Like we did a experiment with patients to have them do this, and he tested it in the lab. At the university, he tested it at the lab, and he said, "Well, I guess your stuff doesn't work." Well, the answer to that was, it doesn't work. So what's happening? What's happening was very important. It wasn't working this way, it was working this way. Beautifully. Timed release chemical reaction. A timed release as opposed to a killing reaction. And so we have to watch out for rumors. I want to say one more thing before we go. Registered dental hygienists. Please talk with your hygienist, because those people are smart and they can help you. And we kind of have found rules. If you have to have your hygienist clean your teeth here every 3 to 4 months, we know now there's something wrong here, because you shouldn't need that. And I think hygienists understand that, but for other reasons, you have to come in every 3 or 4 months. And so we've learned how to use these calcium materials with a hygienist, like put the calcium into the paste they use to polish, use the calcium to tell the hygienist if there's infection there without digging around. We have these strips, the calcium strips we call them. They're little pieces of cloth with calcium on one side and a pattern on the other. And you simply put it in the mouth right here or here or here, and you leave it for an hour or two. And it is a wonderful thing for hygienists to be able to use to prepare for that appointment where you're cleaning the teeth, where you might be scaling the teeth. So there's another one. This is just got to tell you. In the 1960s, we learned that you have teeth, okay, and they have three roots, and right in the middle here of those roots is the trifurcation. Well, there's a basic rule in dentistry that if the trifurcation gets infected, you have to take the tooth out. It's not going to work. You have to do a root canal. But what we started to do was put a little teeny bit of calcium into that trifurcation, oh, maybe a few times over a few weeks, and we could get that to heal. We could get that to calcify. And so you didn't have to take the tooth out. And so we've done that so many times since the 60s that uh, there may be a lot of rumors about whether you can save a tooth by getting that in calcium in there. But the fact is, you can save those kind of teeth. So hang on to experience things. A person that's done something 1,000 times and it has worked almost every time, I got to talk to that because dentists and hygienists really could use that information. Thanks for coming to calciumtherapy.com. Mark Manhart here.